Students, myself Dr. Devashish Das Udhikari. Today I am going to discuss the third part of the thermodynamics, where I am going to discuss the various terms, point function, path function, examples, then exact and inexact differentials, and some MCQ questions covering the thermodynamics part 1, part 2 and part 3. So students, please follow this video up to the end. Path function and point function. Point or state function. Point or state function. In the thermodynamic diagram, already I have told you previously, the state is drawn by a point. For example, in this PV diagram, 1 is one state, 2 is another state, 2 dash is another state. As well as these states is identified by a point. 2 is one point, 2 dash another point, 1 is another point. So the properties at the point 1 or 2 or 2 dash are called the point or state function. So when two properties locate a point, at least here two properties, here P1, here V1. So by this V1, by this P1, we can identify the point 1. Similarly, by the P2, by the V2, we can find the point 2. Similarly, by the V2 dash and by the P2 dash, we can find the point 2 dash. So those properties, that is pressure and volume, maybe another properties also can be stated here, say T1, rho 1, entropy 1, that is S1, etc., etc. Those properties will be called as the point function or the state function. So when two properties locate a point, that is state of a system on the graph, that is PV diagram or TS diagram, then those properties are called as point function. Their magnitude depends on the state of the system only, that is state, that is the magnitude of the P is depending on the 1 point, that is P1. Magnitude of the volume is depending on the 1 point, that is V1, or on the 2 V2, on the 2 pressure P2. So the magnitude of the pressure or volume depending upon the point, this point 1 or 2 or 2 dash, etc., etc. So their magnitude depend on the states, that is of a system, that is initial or final states, maybe 1 or 2, maybe 1 or 2 dash, and not how the system reaches to the final state from the initial state. Say for example, here if we draw the line from 2 to x axis, that is on the volume axis, say 2 and 2 dash, volume, that is V2 is equal to V2 dash. However, the pressure P2 and pressure P2 dash, they are different. So their magnitudes, that is P and V, depending upon the initial state 1 and the final state 2 or the final state 2 dash, but they are not depending upon the how the path are followed by the systems. Say 1 to 1 dash red path, 1 to 2 dash red path, and 1 to 2 is blue path. Now the another properties like heat transfer, work transfer, etc., are depending on the path of the system. In the PV diagram, the area below the line 1 to 2 is the work transfer, and in the TS diagram, the area below the line 1 to 2 is representing the heat transfer. So here the work transfer or heat transfer is depending upon the path 1 to 2. Here the path 1 to 2 and 1 to 2 dash, they are different paths. So the area below the red line is less than the area below the blue line. So though the volume 1 at the 1 and volume at the 2 end states, volumes are same for 1 to 2 or 1 to 2 dash, volumes are same, initial volume V1, final volume V2 as well as V2 dash. However, the area below the line path, below the line or the path are different. So the properties, that is work transfer, depending on this area are depending on the path, because this area depending upon the path. So this area in the PV diagram representing work transfer, this work transfer is called path function. So in the point function, their magnitude depends on the states of the system only, that is initial or final states, and not on how the path or process the system reaches to the final state from the initial state. From initial state to how the system reaches to the final state, on that path is not depending those properties P, V, T, etc. But which property is depending? That is work transfer and heat transfer. And finally, those work transfer or heat transfer are not called the properties. So all properties are point functions, that is pressure, temperature, volume, entropy, etc., etc. Now in the above figure, the change in volume dV from 1 to 2 is V2 minus V1. It is called also an exact differentials. Later I will discuss exact differentials and inexact differentials. Now in the process, already I have told you, in the process 1 to 2, dV is equal to V2 minus V1. Also in the process 1 to 2 dash, the dV is equal to V2 minus V1. Same change of volume, but the areas below the paths or line 1 to 2, that is red line, or 1 to 2 dash, that is red line, or 1 to 2, that is blue lines, they are different. So what is path function? Their magnitudes not only depend, that is area below the lines, that is maybe heat transfer, maybe work transfer, not only depends on the endpoints or states of the system, but also depend on the path or process followed by the system from the initial state to the final state. So the area under the path they followed from the initial state to the final state represents their magnitude. So area under the path PV or TS diagram representing the work transfer del W and heat transfer del Q respectively, already I have told you in the previous figures. So in this figure, the area del W under the path 1 to 2, that is 1 to 2 is called isothermal process, is more than the path 1 to 2 dash, that is adiabatic process. But dV, that is change in volume, dV is equal to 1 to V1 minus V2 is equal to V1 minus V2 dash. Change in volume is same. However, the work transfer as well as heat transfer, they are different because the paths are different. So these work transfer or heat transfers are called path functions. Now exact and inexact differentials. For in the previous figure, for the previous topics, already I have told you integral dV is equal to V2 minus V1. This is called exact differentials. But in case of this inexact differentials for the path functions, for work transfer or the heat transfer, integral 1 to 2 del Q, in this case we will write del, change of heat transfer, that is del, change of volume, that is D, dV, here del Q, here del W. So for exact differentials we will use the D for the change of the properties, maybe dV, dP, that is dP change in pressure, dV change in volume, change in temperature, dt, etc., etc. And for the path functions, their changes are written by the del, that is del Q or del W. So exact differentials are used to express a change in state variables. State variables, which are state variables or the point functions, that is P, V, T of the system, that is change in pressure dP, change in volume dV, change in temperature dt. But in exact differentials are where exact differentials are inexact differentials are used. Now inexact differentials are used to express small quantities of path dependent variables for which changes has no meaning. That is here not changes, we can say that transfer of heat, transfer of work done, but here transfer is not, this term is not using here. Here is change of volume, change is pressure and change in temperature. So the energy, heat and work are called the transformation energy, because they can transform. We can get their existence when they are transforming. Heat is transforming from system to the surroundings or from surroundings to the systems. Now in case of, so inexact differentials are used to express the small quantities of path dependent variables for which changes has no meaning, that is infinitesimal work done, that is del W, or infinitesimal heat, that is del Q. Heat and work are inexact differentials. Their change cannot be written as a difference between their end states. In this case, del Q means we cannot write Q2 minus Q1, because in the point Q2 we cannot write Q2, because Q is not depending upon the point 2. When the system changes from 1 to 2, then we can get the existence of the transferring of the heat. So we can write for integral del Q 1 to 2, we can write 1 Q2 or Q 1 to 2. Similarly, for integral 1 to 2 del Q, we can write W2 minus W1. We can write 1 W to 2 or W1 to 2. For example, from the first law of thermodynamics, later I will discuss, we can write del Q minus del W is equal to du. So del Q is the heat added to the system and del W is the work done by the system, and the rest heat energy it is transformed into the internal energy. Now internal energy is a property, so we can write change of internal energy du, but transfer of heat del Q and transfer of heat work transfer of work done del W. So we use the term transfer before the heat or before the work, but we cannot use the transfer. We use the change, this term, before the internal energy. So here the symbol delta is used for inexact differentials, this delta of path functions, that is Q or W. This is introduced by the German mathematician Carl Gottfried Neumann. In 19th century. While exact differentials, he was used the term D for the exact differentials of the state dependent functions or the state functions, that is U, here internal energy. Now I am discussing some MCQ questions. First is heat and work are, options are point functions, system properties, path functions, intensive property and extensive property. It will be, option will be heat and work are path function. Heat and work are path function. Question 2. Strictly speaking, all engineering processes are quasi-static, thermodynamic in equilibrium, reversible, irreversible based on first and second laws of thermodynamics. It will be irreversible. Strictly speaking means practically all engineering processes are irreversible. However, for theoretical purpose, for easy calculation of the problems, we will consider fully reversible, but practically those are not reversible. So here the answer will be D, irreversible. Question 3. Intensive property of a system is one whose value dependent on the mass of the system like volume, does not depend on the mass of the system like temperature, pressure, etc. It is not depend on the path followed but on the state, is dependent on the path followed and not on the state, and remains constant. Already I have told you, intensive property of a system is the independent of mass, that is not depending upon the mass, so does not depend on the mass of the system. So for the question 3, answer B. Question 4, properties of substances like pressure, temperature and density in thermodynamic coordinates are path function, point function, cyclic function, real function and thermodynamic functions. So properties of substances like pressure, temperature and density, those are, we know, point functions. What are the path function? Now heat and work. Now question 5, work done is in an adiabatic process between a given pair of end states depends on the end states only, particular adiabatic process, the value of index n, the value of a heat transferred, mass of the system. It will be the end states only. The work done is an adiabatic process, so process is work done in an adiabatic process. So actually work done depending upon the end states as well as the path, that is the process. Already the path, that is process, adiabatic process, it is stated in the question, so the remaining is only the end states only. So for the question number 5, answer is A, the end states only. Question 6, which of the following is not an exact intensive property? Which of the following is not an extensive property? We know extensive property is dependent on the mass. Here entropy, so it is extensive property. Enthalpy, extensive property. Internal energy, it is also depending on the mass. Potential energy, that is mgh, it is also depending upon the mass. And the density is the kg per unit volume. As the volume constant, so density becomes intensive property, that is not an extensive, means the intensive. So here the answer will be E, density. And the 7, a definite area or space where some thermodynamic processes takes place is known as, definite area or space where some thermodynamic processes takes place is known as thermodynamic system, thermodynamic cycle, thermodynamic process and thermodynamic law. Okay, here thermodynamic system, a definite space or area where some processes is considering, for example room, that is a thermodynamic system. Option A. Then question 8, which of the following is the extensive property of a thermodynamic system? Extensive property. Pressure is intensive, volume intensive, temperature, pressure is intensive, volume is not intensive, this is extensive, because volume of 1 kg mass is less than volume of 5 kg mass. So volume is extensive. Again temperature is intensive and density is intensive. So volume is option B, volume is extensive property. Question number 9, the specific volume of a system is an dash property. Already I have told you, specific term will, when specific term will be used before the volume or density like that, then it becomes intensive property. So for the question 9, option B, intensive property. Question 10, when a system changes its state from one equilibrium state to another equilibrium state to another equilibrium state, then the path of successive states through which the system has passed is known as thermodynamic law, thermodynamic process, thermodynamic cycle, and none of these. It will be thermodynamic process, because state of the system is changing if the state of the system is will when it is a thermodynamic equilibrium state changes to another equilibrium state, because that means to another equilibrium state, this is to another equilibrium state. So this is the process. After following this process, if the system will return back to its initial state, then this changing becomes the cycle, thermodynamic cycle. But it is not indicating or writing in this question that the system is returning to its initial state, just it is left that is equilibrium state to another equilibrium state to another equilibrium state, then the path of successive states through which the system has passed is called thermodynamic process. So for the question number 10, the option B, thermodynamic process, is correct answer. So thank you, students. Students, I hope you understand all the terms which I have discussed in this class. Further, if you have any question, please go to the comment section, write the questions, and my important advice to you that you should write all the terms, mathematical equations, all those after this class in your notebook, and revise those within at least 3 times within 3 days, so that you can memorize all this for a long time. I hope this class will be very helpful to you. If this class will be very helpful to you, please like this video, share this video to your to your friends, and subscribe this channel for getting the notification of the further classes when I will upload this. So students, take care and bye bye.